Hey everyone, and welcome back to a new video. Yesterday we got the last content update for Battlefield 5 with 2 new maps, 10 new weapons, 8 gadgets and 6 vehicles. I already played the maps live on stream yesterday, so in this video I'm gonna show you all the new weapons and gadgets and how they work. If you are only looking for a specific weapon or gadget and you don't want to watch the full video, scroll down to the first comment where you can find the timestamps. So first of all, how do you get all the new stuff? Pretty easy this time. You just have to log into the game until the end of June and claim it in your armory. There are no weekly missions to do to unlock the guns, nothing. But if you don't claim them for free until the end of June, you need to buy them with company coins, just like the rest of the weapons and gadgets from old chapters. But let's have a closer look at the weapons and gadgets now. For all classes we got 4 new sidearms. The PPK suppressed, the M1911 suppressed and the well rod. I guess the PPK and the M1911 are very well known already and don't need any further explanation. The well rod is a more experimental sidearm that deals more damage than the other pistols, but also has a much slower fire rate due to the reload mechanism. For me it's nothing more like a meme gun than a real alternative to my M1911. Also available for all classes are the 3 new grenades. There's the demolition grenade, that is a small anti-tank mine with lower explosive power but can be thrown wider than a normal AT mine. It's a good alternative for the recon and medic class to have at least a little something against vehicles. But for the assault and support class it's not very useful as they have better options. The Type 99 mine is a small mine that sticks to vehicles and explodes on a timer. It's quite interesting for the recon and medic class again, and you can carry 2 of them, not only 1. And the third one are the firecrackers. They are thrown like grenades and simulate gunfire to confuse the enemy. This might have been a really helpful gadget in real war, but in Battlefield 5 I'd say it's not more than just for fun. You don't deal any damage, you don't reveal nearby enemies on the map, and I don't think anyone will fall for the trick. Next up we have the weapons and gadgets specific for the assault class. And there's the M1941 Johnson semi-auto rifle that is similar to the Turner SMLE or the Selbstlauder 1916 when it comes to stats and handling. Only the control is much better. Also the assault class got the pistol flamethrower. It's actually a pretty cool gadget if you know how to play it. It's not very powerful even on close range, but when your enemy is on low health already, or you can surprise them, or they are just lying down and burned to death, you can easily get a few kills in with it. Also, you can deal damage to several enemies at the same time and weaken them. That can be really helpful on smaller maps or close quarter combat, and you don't equip it as a sidearm, so you can still carry 2 normal weapons with you. For the medic class we only got 1 weapon this time, and that's the well gun. Another fast-firing SMG with a very good control and hipfire, but less accuracy than most of the other SMGs. The support class got 2 new weapons and 2 new specific gadgets with the update, and that's first of all the shot that we already know from Battlefield 1. But in Battlefield 5 it seems that it's even more powerful and accurate and will definitely be the new favorite weapon of most support players, me included. I'm not gonna lie, the shot is really fun to play and you can compete against the enemies on almost all ranges. The second weapon is the Sjögren shotgun that was also available in Battlefield 1, and just like the other shotguns it's a good choice for close quarters. One of the new gadgets the support class got is the shaped charge. It's a sticky anti-tank mine that explodes on a timer. It deals good damage to vehicles, but just like the normal anti-tank mines, you need to get close to the vehicle to use them successfully. You can also stick it to houses and maybe enemies, but at least on buildings it doesn't really have an effect. The second new gadget is the Kampfpistole that looks like the AT grenade pistol, but is mainly made to be used against infantry. So it's similar to the grenade rifles of the medic and assault class. Last but not least we have the recon class with 2 new weapons and 2 gadgets as well. The first weapon is the K3143 and comes with a variable scope. By pressing V on PC or holding Y on Xbox or triangle on PS4, you can switch between the scope and the iron sight. so you don't have to decide anymore if you like to get into the game with a scope for longer range or with an iron sight, because you simply have both on this weapon. And if the original 3x scope is not enough, you can upgrade it to a 6x scope in the specialization tree. The second new weapon, and definitely the most interesting one, is the M3 Infrared. It's a converted M1A1 carbine and was originally made for night fighting. But since there are no night maps in Battlefield 5, it's also very helpful to see enemies during the day. Handling and stats are of course the same as for the M1A1 of the Assault class, just the look is a little different with that huge scope and the infrared spotlight on top. It's definitely one of my new favorite guns, not only for the look and the handling, but also because of the better visibility of the enemies. So if you're watching this video when the weapons are not for free anymore, buy this one. Also, you should buy the Doppelschuss. That was added as a new gadget. It's another flare gun, but with 2 rounds, and the flares work different from the normal ones. Normally, you shoot the flares up in the air and they reveal enemies on a small area of the map. The flare is on a little parachute and slowly comes down to the ground. The disadvantage of the normal flare gun is that the flares can be destroyed. The new flares of the Doppelschuss can't be destroyed. You can either shoot them into the air and they come down pretty fast and stay on the ground, or you shoot them directly to the ground. So basically the same way the flares worked in Battlefield 1. And also with the advantage that they can't be destroyed. Of course, the area they reveal is only half as big as with the normal flares, but at least they can't be countered. And the last gadget that was added is the RMN50 rifle frag. It fires mortar shells that explode on a timer, even on mid-air. Mostly made against infantry, but they also deal damage to vehicles, and with a little luck you can try to deal damage to planes. Unfortunately, you can't use it like the Piat, where you can see a red dot on your minimap that shows you where your projectile will land. But the RMN50 has at least an indicator that shows how many meters the shell will fly. And that's it for today. I hope you liked the video, and if you did, drop a like and a comment below and subscribe to the channel to stay tuned. Until then, thanks for watching, I am the Catwoman and you are awesome.